Welcome to another episode of Johnny Talks Football. Today's going to be a big day today. I'm going to go over what's been happening in the NFL lately, my predictions for this week, and a special announcement right at the end. But before we get started, let's have a word from our sponsors. We don't have any. Oh, well, we have one. Today's episode of Johnny Talks Football is brought to you in part by Austin Harper. Austin Harper is probably the number one viewer for this program. Thank you for watching constantly, Austin Harper. So let's get started. Jimmy Graham is going to need surgery on his knee, so he's out for the season. Another tight end that's injured right now, Rob Gronkowski. According to the MRI result, he's going to be week to week. Doesn't seem to be serious, but we just don't know if he's going to play next week or the week after that. It's just to be determined at this point. Speaking of the Patriots with Rob Gronkowski, they lost their first game of the season to the Denver Broncos. I didn't have that this week. That was one of my incorrect picks. I've been doing bad on my picks lately, so I'm going to try to step it up this week. I'm not going to talk about them that much so I can get to the special announcement. But here we go. The Battle of the New Yorks, the Jets versus Giants. I like the Jets in this one. I just think the Jets are probably going to win in the last couple of minutes in this one. The Giants can't seem to close out games this season, or they can't seem to come back in games. Like the Giants have been able to close out against Dallas in week 1, Atlanta week 2, and against New England a couple weeks ago. Cardinals, Rams, not much to talk about. The Rams are just going down and the Cardinals are getting back up. I like the Cardinals to win huge. Buccaneers and Falcons. Buccaneers are rising up, Falcons are going down. The irony is the Falcons go by the saying rise up and they're rising down. As I said in last week's video, the Falcons only win one more game this season. That's if they get lucky. And this is not it. The Buccaneers are going to beat the Falcons. As a Falcons fan, I'll probably say 55,000 to 0. Just kidding. Probably 28 to 14. Seahawks and Vikings. Now, this is, in my opinion, the game of the week. If Marshawn Lynch plays, this will probably be the game of the week that will decide half of the NFC picture for the playoffs. If Marshawn Lynch plays in this one, well, even if he doesn't, I think this game's going to be won by which team can run the ball more. And I think it's going to be Seattle, because Seattle can also have the throwing option to Jermaine Kearse or Doug Baldwin. And even though Jimmy Graham's out, they can still throw it to their tight end. They still got another good tight end, Luke Wilson, I believe it is. Unless something happened to him, because nobody really knows anything about Seahawk players anymore that's not Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, or Jimmy Graham. Texans and the Bills. I like the Texans to keep winning. Sorry to the Bills number one fan that watches this program. I like the Texans to win. I just think they've been on a roll, and I like that roll to continue against Buffalo. I think it's probably going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to say 17 to 13. Dolphins and the Ravens. This is kind of a difficult one for me. I literally almost wanted to flip a coin for this one, but I picked the Dolphins in the end. I just think the Dolphins have more power on their team than the Ravens does right now. Bengals and Browns. Bengals are going to win. That's obvious. Cleveland's horrible. Cleveland has been horrible for a long time. Jaguars and Titans. A rematch of the game of the century a couple weeks ago. It's going to be an awesome one again this time around. I like the Jaguars to win this one as well. Titans are just not doing too well this year. They only have, I believe it's 2 wins on the season. Bears 49ers. I like the Bears in this one, even though the 49ers can make it close maybe. This would be the game that the Bears would choke away in the fourth quarter. Broncos Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers to win. It looks like Brock Osweiler actually is the guy in Denver. Because I thought it was going to be Trevor Siemian next year. I thought they were going to move Brock over to wide receiver. But it looks like they're going to keep him at quarterback permanently. Chiefs and Raiders. I like the Chiefs to get another win and improve their winning streak. I just think the Raiders are probably not going to do well in this one because there's so much pressure on the Raiders, they feel like, to make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. I like the Chiefs to win by 6 points. Panthers and the Saints. Panthers are undefeated and the Saints are going down. Calling it right now, Sean Payton is going to get fired at the end of the season. He's getting the boot. Rob Ryan got the boot about a week and a half ago. I like the Panthers to win this one huge. Patriots in Philadelphia. I know some Eagles fans out there In fact, one of my loyal subscribers, DZ, a loyal Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I'm sorry, DZ. I'm picking New England to win this one. I like to put up a 45 spot on this Philadelphia defense. 48, actually. Actually, 48-13. Eagles fans, your team is better off just forfeiting this game. There's no way the Eagles are going to win. Colts and Steelers. I'm going to pick the Colts to win this one. Matt Hasselbeck has been doing pretty good lately. He's undefeated this year as the Colts quarterback. I like that to continue. And we got to keep an eye on Big Ben. He's going under the concussion protocol this week, so we'll see if he plays or not. And finally, the Redskins-Cowboys. I'm not going to watch this one because the fact that the Cowboys have Greg Hardy on their team just makes me really angry. I don't think Greg Hardy deserves a second chance. If Ray Rice isn't getting a second chance, well, he kind of is, but I haven't really seen him play, then Greg Hardy should get a second chance either. So I'm going to pick the Redskins this one. I actually like the Redskins to put up 38 points on this Cowboys defense. 38-20, Washington. Now let's get to the special announcement. I'm hoping that you stuck around for this. So as you know, the football season is only a limited time during the year. So I figured during the off season, like when college football gets over and we get closer to the NFL being over, I decided to make another YouTube account. It's going to be one where I predict the outcomes of movies, or outcomes or endings, or whatever you want to call it, depending on how you view movies. I'm pretty excited for this one because I'm not really a movie person, but I kind of like to predict things, as you know, just by watching these videos all season. So what better way to continue predicting when the football season is in the off season than to predict the outcomes of movies? I'll actually give you the link to that channel in the description box, so you'll see it there. I hope you actually subscribe to it and subscribe to this channel as well. I'm actually almost to 100 subscribers. I'm at 91 as this is being recorded. Anyway, I'm going to kind of copyright the saying a little bit to my inspiration, the Most Valuable Podcast. You subscribe to those guys too. They're awesome people. They've inspired me to create this YouTube channel. Have a good day, everybody.